Hi everybody, Matt here from Matt Likes Comics. And you may be wondering why I'm wearing my Big Nasty shirt today. And that is quite simple. Big Nasty Comics, Rich, is a member of my channel. And one of the perks of being a member of my channel is you get to suggest topics for me to do a video about. And I don't know if he was half serious or not, but Rich made a comment in one of the videos that he'd like to see me do a video about the Flaming Carrot. So, he's a member. I have Flaming Carrot comics. Therefore, I will make the video. So, here we are today. Dun dun dun. The Flaming Carrot for Big Nasty Comics. So, let's do this. I made some notes. I only have 2 issues of the series, and I haven't been able to find any more. Even my comic shop is out of most of the issues. The only ones they actually had, or when I looked briefly, was the 2 I already have. Flaming Carrot is a tough comic book to find issues for. So, let us begin. Created by the one and only Bob Burden, and inspired by a character from the Golden Age named the Finn, whose first appearance was in Daring Mystery Comics 7 from April 1941, and created by Bill Everett. The Flaming Carrot is an absurd, ridiculous, and surreal character. It's the type of character that I like, and I wish I've read a bit of Flaming Carrot over the years, but I didn't own any really. And because I had friends that were into it, and they said, "Oh, you got to read this," so I did, and it was fun. First appearing in Visions #1 from 1979, which was a magazine format comic based out of Atlanta, the Atlanta Comic Con. The Carrot is known as the strangest man alive. Known for his catchphrase "ut," which, by the way, is the Latin word for as in as if. The character has been published by Aardvark Vanheim, Renegade Press, Dark Horse, and Image Comics. When talking about the origin of the character, Burden says he came up with the idea after returning from a night out at 3 o'clock in the morning at his house. He claims George Harrison as the inspiration for "ut." I don't get it, but that's what he says. George Harrison, the Beatles, yes. The Carrot forsakes the perfection type superhero and just comes across as some sort of blue-collar roughneck with very mediocre powers. It's almost like he's been watching the unimpressive normal man or whatever, that sort of thing. Burton has said that Flaming Carrot is to superheroes what Huckleberry Finn is to Tom Sawyer. And I've read Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer, so I sort of get an idea about it, but you may or may not know it. But it's again, absurdity and bluntness versus a bit of actual character. As I said before, he first appeared in Visions 1, and this was, of course, the comic that was put out by the Atlanta Fantasy Fair. In 1981, Flaming Carrot 1, which was a one-shot, was published, and he continued to appear in the annual Atlanta thing. In 1982, Dave Sim from Aardvark Vanheim, the creator of Cerebus, saw the character, and the Carrot started getting published there, and was published at this place for issues 1 to 5, as well as a 3D special. Now, for those that know the history of Aardvark Vanheim, you know that, of course, Dave Sim and his former wife, Deni Loubert? Oh my God. I know her last name's Loubert. I think it's anyway, when they split, she took a bunch of the characters and created her own thing called Renegade Press, and the Flaming Carrot was one of the characters that went with it. The Carrot was published from issue 6 to 17, which was March 1985 to July of 1987 through Renegade Press. At that point, it moved to Dark Horse, and Dark Horse Publishing had him appear in Dark Horse Presents 20, and then had him produced issues 18 to 31, which was the final issue of the series. After this series was done, the Flaming Carrot has only made appearances in one-shots or in a couple of cases, mini-series over the years. The Flaming Carrot's origin as a character. Now, this is hilarious. The Flaming Carrot apparently read 5,000 comic books in one sitting to win a bet, but ended up suffering brain damage and becoming the Flaming Carrot. Based in Palookaville, he has fought characters like the Artless Dodger, Don Wickerando, the Bicycle Thief, Garbage Mouth, Mr. Chicken Pants, a personal favorite, the Man in the Moon, Death, and a clone horde of Hitler's boots. And if this not of the absurdity, then I don't know what is. He was a founding member of the Mystery Men supergroup, which was also created by Bob Burden. And that one, the Mystery Men group, was used actually in a movie, for example, then without the Flaming Carrot in it. Now, his powers and abilities. The Carrot wears a costume that consists of a giant carrot mask, which extends from up here down to his crotch. A white shirt, red pants, and flippers that are green. He has the flippers in case he ends up in the water. The mask has a continuously burning flame and a secret compartment containing a nuclear-powered pogo stick. He also has a utility belt with such wonderful items in it as such as silly putty, rubber bands, laughing gas, playing cards, sneezing powder, and other sundries of that sort. His, I guess you call him patron, Dr. Heller, upgrades his outfit and uniform equipment from time to time. He also carries a 9mm radon pistol. He can go into a self-induced state of Zen stupidity in order to face danger and evil boldly and without trepidation. That's a quote. Boldly and without trepidation. That's a Bob Burden quote. So, to follow up all this information, oh my God, that's bugging me. I'm going to have to figure out who that Loubert person is. Hang on here. Oh, wait, my phone is busy. It's doing the recording, so I'll have to look it up and put it in the notes to this video. As I said, I have 2 Flaming Carrot books. This is issue 4. Which shows his outfit really well. And issue 28. The first one, of course, is Aardvark Vanheim, and this one is Dark Horse. I don't have any of the middle ones from Renegade. The Flaming Carrot represents some of the things I love most about comic books, with the surreal, the interesting, and the funny, all in one. As a superhero fanatic, I take with a grain of salt any parody of superheroes. It's hilarious because I love superheroes so much. Seeing somebody making fun of them is more awesome, and I really like that. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Please tell me if you like the Flaming Carrot, and if so, what issue you liked, and what issue you'd recommend for me to get if I can get my hands on it. If, of course, you don't like the Flaming Carrot, you can tell me below. And as I said, if you want to see more videos like this, become a member of the channel yourself. You then can tell me, hey, I want this video. I have to make more videos for the members. I'm a little lax on that lately, but I've had a lot going on. Anyway, Thank you very much for joining me today. My name is Matt. I like comics, and I hope you do too. Bye, everybody.